Alright, welcome back to Path of Exile. We're starting in Highgate tonight, and we need to move on, climb the mountain, and return to Warrior. I was tempted to actually check the Azurite mine and see what we can get done with Nico, but we're a bit low level at this point. We're going to wait a bit. Okay, there's a bridge we can cross. The enemies here are dangerous and also annoying. We have to get out as soon as possible. I'm going to ignore that side area. And we can flip the lever and use the portal. And there's the Overseer up above. Not very happy to see us. Can't really blame him. We've been causing a lot of problems everywhere we went, at least so far. Let me get... actually, I don't want to put another point into the life node here. How about we move towards this dexterity node?
When I'm ready, and not before.
Alright, this path is barricaded. That means we probably took a wrong turn. Maybe we need to go further down. Okay, we see lightning. That means we're close to the area boss. This is Crow. We'll pick everything up. And some friendly characters will drop a ladder down, so we can climb up to the tower.
After everything I've done, it took an Oriathan to get these slaves up off their shackled asses and fighting. I guess the Templar should have treated their lessers better than their slaves, eh? Well, I'm not about to turn down a gift from Kitava. If he wants slave and outcast to join hands, then let's remind these Templar that they're flesh and blood, just us. Utulamakora is what they call me. I'm what passes for a chief around here. Well, I put the steel in their hands. I tell them where to stab, where to run, where to die. If that doesn't make me a chief, what does? Blood is the only currency we need to earn to buy our freedom. We can kill all the Templar mongrels we like out there. It won't matter a damn if we don't get inside their stronghold, the Templar courts. Might as well put my bloody chains back on right now. Problem is, there's some sort of witchery surrounding the place. Only those who see the truth with faithful eyes are getting in there. The power of innocence. It's all in the eyes, you see. Yet blessed Kitava has answered my prayers and sent us just the pair of eyes we need. The ever-faithful Justicar Casticus. He's there in the control box right now, smiting my people with self-righteous fury. Find him and rip his faithful eyes out. Then I'm sure the good Justicar will be kind enough to see to the Templar cause.
And that was Utula.
Kitava is with you.
Let me take a moment to increase the dialogue volume. I get the feeling that it's a bit low. Unless it was a specific voice file.
Unlike these assorted ignorami, I'm not surprised to see you here. The beast is dead, all thanks to you, I suppose. I was listening to the beast's death rattles when these lunatics broke in, wrecked the place, and dragged me here to tend to their cuts and bruises. Thankfully, I was able to bring some of my paraphernalia with me. The balance of power is shifting in your favor, O murderer of nightmares. If I am in possession of anything that might smooth the transition of governance, don't hesitate to ask. You'll find my terms quite reasonable. Some time ago, I fabricated a device able to sense and amplify the corrupt murmurings of Wraeclast, a miasmeter. I listened to those whispers for years, lingering beyond sane comprehension. And then the scream. Such profound agony that my mind was nearly sundered by its percussion. I thought another cataclysm might be upon us. But no, it was you, slaying the beast. I was witness to a singularly potent cadence. This corruption, I am convinced that it holds the very key to our human history, and with it, our very existence. Yet without the miasmeter, I'm condemned to deafened ignorance. It remains in Piety's laboratory, as long as Utula's miscreants haven't vandalized the poor thing. Find it. Tootles.
Alright. Before we head out, might as well identify some items. That's not particularly useful.
Something?
Let's sell this one.
For freedom.
I think it's time to get rid of the life flask as well. We're gonna use the sacred one and the hallowed flask when we can actually use it, which is in 2 levels. Let's enter the control blocks. Finding the miasmeter and then dealing with the Justicar will take some time here. This is another area that is not exactly easy to navigate.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Those bleeding effects are really getting annoying. I don't really have enough alteration orbs, unfortunately, to be able to craft some of the flasks. We're just gonna have to make do. So this must be the laboratory. Let me click the supplies. Pick up this orb of chance. And we can try and search for the Justicar. No, that's a dead end. Should be here, right? Yes. And mage's vestments. I'm going to pick up all the 4 links. We have the Eyes of Zeal. And those are the eyes that we need to enter the Templar courts. We just scoop them out with a spoon from the dead Justicar's corpse and put them in our backpack. Okay, that was the sound of something important. It was an alchemy orb.
When I'm ready, and not before.
I was hoping for a few more items from that box. Not even sure if it was worth spending all this time. And there's a waypoint for us. Let's go back to the tower for now. The Overseer Tower. Now this is a drill neck quiver. I'll save it for now. It's a decent item. Okay, there's a 4-link. The Sage's vestment, Sage's robe rather, is probably a better one. We'll sell the whetstones, get some more scrolls. And sell those as well.
Talakura, Savior.
I simply can't express how wondrous it is to see you. What? No, not you, Exile. The miasmeter. The hope of humanity lies in this beautiful device and the precious knowledge it shall divulge. Far more useful than an accidental hulk of meat and instinct like yourself. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised to discover that your slaying of the beast correlates directly to the strife we must currently suffer. At least you've proved useful enough to return the miasmeter to me. That deserves some small reward, I suppose.
Agreed. What do we have here? We got a book of skill. Okay, I thought it was a skill gem. Don't really remember every quest. So we can speak to Valencia about... No, Valenta, excuse me. I wonder what she has to say about piety.
I gave piety everything. Devoted my life to her work. What did that thankless bitch do for me in return? Left me here to polish her beakers while she pursued glory in Wraeclast. Oh. You killed her, did you? Likely as not, you'd have killed me too had I been there. In that case, perhaps we both got exactly what we deserved.
Maybe it's not too late for Valenta. I'm sure we'll
An
run into
exile
her again.
returned. How is that even possible? Rising out of the darkness to claim the souls of our enemies like Hinekora in the stories my mother used to tell me. Well, your divine intervention gave us just the diversion we needed to take this tower. So if you keep doing things like that, then I might have to start believing in the gods again. And thank you for finishing off that last overseer for us. I don't know what sort of mother could have birthed that land-loving whale, but we were lucky he wasn't here when we took this tower. He'd have spread us across the floor like butter on a piece of bread. Here, take something for helping us in this hopeless fight of ours.
Overseer Crow? He wasn't even that tough. Maybe it was the lightning effects. Okay, what do we want to pick here? Perhaps one of the 2 stone rings. Cold and lightning. Yeah, these are the more important resistances.
Thank you. By killing Casticus, you've given us a fighting chance. And about his eyes, I'm sorry you had to do that. Yet although Utula's solution might seem brutal, I've seen Karui men blinded with a hot poker, simply for looking a fraction too long at an Oriathan lady. Yes, this is war. And just a little revenge, too. Take something. A token of our thanks.
Perhaps cutting his head off might have worked just as well. Now we have a flask to pick. I think the jade flask is the best option. There's also a granite. I think I'll pick the jade. And that is a less duration effect. We want a different mod on this one. Block and stun recovery. Avoid being shocked. Oh, that's invasion rating increase. This is a good roll right here. We'll remove the Quicksilver and try to transmute this one. Resistances, not quite. Attack speed, we don't need it. Less duration, no. Reduced effect of curses. Okay. Don't really need to waste too much currency on this one. 53 life. Maybe we should keep this one.
For freedom.
Okay, these might not be as good. This 2-stone ring, level 21. I can buy another one if we need to. 6 resistances.
When I'm ready and not before.
Let's open the strong box. Step away before it explodes. And this is the Chamber of Innocence. This is actually an important area.
Freedom comes to those.
From the experience that I have so far, this is the
For
single
freedom.
best area to get items and experience at this point in the game. We're gonna be spending some time here. Reason being, after we kill the final boss of the act, we will have a penalty to all resistances. And that will make getting gear a bit more complicated.
When I'm ready and not before.
Here's some gloves with 4 links. And I even see an essence here. This is an essence of rage. Okay, the stairs lead to the boss fight. We're not gonna be doing that, however.
Yes. Yes.
Not until we are a bit stronger. Okay, this is a decent one, I want to say. Charge recovery. Recovery to minions. Okay.
Remember.
Yes?
There's another 4-link. This is a festival mask.
Greetings.
Let me check for wands again. This one is a decent one. Lightning damage to spells and cast speed. Can't really use it on this build though. Cold damage multiplier and cold damage. Yeah, I'm going to buy this one. Maybe we'll do a build. Maybe one of the trickster builds. This is evasion. 64 life is actually good. Orb of chance. We have a couple of these. And we can get resistance on it. This is a bone ring that gives resistances to minions. That's important if you have minions.
For freedom.
And let me deposit, rather stash away all these. We're gonna throw that away. And as for the iron mask, it does not have an open suffix. We are better off trying to craft something. Like this golden mask. I can use an orb of scouring. And We can use this essence. It has triple stats. Strength, dexterity, intelligence. Not what I was looking for, unfortunately. And the life roll is really low. We still miss a little bit of resistance. Yeah, we can't really afford to. I would like to have another 4-link. Maybe start using... Maybe start using Soul Rend. But resistances are more important, since we will get a penalty.
When I'm ready and not before.
There's a Jade Flask. Citrine Amulet. This one gives us cast speed. Okay. I want to check the level of my Blight gem. It is 12. Val Blight is 11. We're gonna have to wait a bit. There's some boots with 4 links. We're gonna pick up that item for the chromatic orb recipe. This is a Sorrow Essence. Which one is that about?
When I'm ready and not before.
It gives you dexterity and cold penetration. I'm going to stash these boots away. We have a decent pair so far. No reason to try and craft an item that we're covered. So these we're gonna sell. We're also going to sell the amulet. I don't see why we would want this jade flask. This hallowed flask is very good though. Half of the healing is applied instantly. And there's an increased recovery rate for the rest of the healing effect. Do I want the curse removal? Yeah, definitely. This removes burning and ignite. And we can get Revenge of the Hunted. Do we have anything else we want to... There's a chance to suppress spell damage. Helmet has evasion, boots, armor. Gloves do not. We're gonna have to wait on that one. So how about we path towards some more mana. Mind Drinker. Okay.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Okay, I think we're ready to face the boss. This is Innocence.
The
world must be cleansed of impurity.
Of course, we need to deal with the Templar, the High Templar first.
Burn! I am the Emperor.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Rise! I am the storm. I am the torch. I am the storm.
Okay, this attack is deadly.
I am the Emperor.
But to be honest, I was expecting to be hit by multiple spheres. Doing good so far.
I am the storm.
Danger. Oh, and that was the Innocence fight.
Innocence!
Thankfully, we had enough resistances that we didn't
You,
die.
and only you, I shall save.
And I'm going to pick up what I can before we trigger the event. You'll see what I mean.
I am Sin, the Forgotten One. Would that humanity could forget all of my kind. Perhaps with your help, that might still come to pass. For now, the blinding light has been dimmed, and darkness floods in to fill the void. The desperate and depraved set a feast for their lord incumbent, Kitava, the Ravenous One. He lives, after a fashion. That pretentious little vessel of his served only to encourage his divine follies. I have procured him a more sensible host, one that should contain his excesses and temper that fragile ego of his. Hear this, brother. From mind of lead to heart of gold, your soul shall be bound, your wrath shall grow cold.
So now we have Kitava to worry about. Quite a menacing god, to tell you the truth.
What in damnation have you done?
And there's Bannon. We need to talk to him. This is an important part. because when we return to the Overseer Tower, Utula will no longer be there. We have to speak to Bannon in the chamber here if we want to have a vendor available. If we do not, there will be no one to sell you items. And this is a unique case. It usually doesn't work like this in the acts and the different towns. Vendors are there from the beginning until the end.
You've destroyed him, and yet I hear the voice of innocence, begging for our forgiveness, asking for our help. You and I. I heard him the moment the High Templar fell, whispering inside my damn skull, his heart beating within my chest. Innocence protects us now, holds fast the door against the murderous tide that rushes to meet us. He wants you to pass through that door, to bring order to the chaos beyond. I don't understand any of this. Moments ago, I was just a soldier obeying his High Templar, Bannon the Nobody. Now, my God lays inside my head, telling me to let you through that door and to make my way to Overseer's Tower, if it still stands. It does? All right. I don't know what's waiting for you out there, but should you survive it, I'll see you at Overseer's Tower.
Yeah, the courts have changed quite a bit. So, even though some paths have been blocked, we still can teleport to the tower. And we can talk to Bannon here.
We're glad you made it. No, damn it all, that's just too strange to abide. I'm glad you made it. And innocence tells me I need to keep helping you. So that's what I'm going to do. I know my way around weapons and armor, and all things Templar if you should want for further enlightenment on that subject. As for innocence, I don't know. Sometimes he makes sense, other times he's a shattered god, but he'll heal. I'll make sure of that. Lani's told me a little about Utula and his cult of Kitava. Enough to know what Utula's got planned. Bring about the fall of one god so he can raise up one of his own. And this Kitava, from what fragments I can piece together from innocence, he's not the benevolent kind.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
Please, find Utula and stop him. I'm not saying this because I want to put innocence back on his divine throne. I'm saying this because Oriath is my home. It's made some mistakes, but it doesn't deserve the fate that Utula has in mind.
So we can purchase items now. I'm not sure if the inventory resets or it's the same that Utula was offering. Either way, we need to sell what we have to. That is not really a good wand. I kind of like this one. 70 life. There's some mana. Resistances are a bit low. Overall, still better than the Iron Mask. We're gonna keep it. And come to think of it, do I need the buckler? 7 to all resistances. Maybe it will be enough.
Good luck out there.
So I think we can replace the helmet right now. And we need to craft resistances. Perhaps we have to wait until we receive the resistance penalty. Yeah, this one is also good. That's 48. This one is 43. There's the life, of course. The sapphire ring has less. As well as the gloves. Okay, the gear is actually better than I expected.
You deserve recognition for what you have done. You've freed us from Templar oppression. Yet I fear you may have defeated the lesser of two evils. Still, take something. You'll be needing it in the dark times to come.
And we get to select one of the jewels. Now, since we have a spell build, we want the Cobalt Jewel. This is, let's say, a rough explanation, but the Crimson Jewels are more likely to have mods that include attack builds and melee builds. The Viridian, the green ones, have some unique mods regarding bows and that type of attacks. For spells you want the blue ones. We're going to pick the Cobalt
Once
Jewel.
Kitava has gobbled up every scrap of Oriathan flesh, sucked every Oriathan bone dry of marrow, he'll turn his endless hunger to Namakanui and the whole Karui archipelago. As you know, the Karui will fight, and they'll fight hard, but they're going to need all the help they can get. And I know of 3 treasures that might just make the difference. They were taken when the Templar raided Namakanui. A whip woven of Hinekora's hair. A tooth that Tukohama ripped from his own mouth. A fishhook that was once the jawbone of Valakor. Together, they're known as Kitava's torments, and lie within the reliquary that borders Oriath Square. I saw them with my own eyes when delivering messages to the scholars there. Please, go to the reliquary and claim those treasures before Kitava's children do. For freedom.
So with that quest done, we need to return, and we probably have to go through the court. And yeah, Bannon is gone. He's going to stay at the tower.
When I'm ready, and not before.
As you can see, all hell has broken loose here in Oriath. Now we made it to the square. But before we engage the boss, I didn't really want to go to the hideout. Let's go back to the Overseer Tower. We need to make sure that we are prepared. Let's grab Mind Drinker. This will help with mana a bit. And as for the final boss, that's gonna be Kitava on top of the cathedral rooftop. But we need to prepare a bit more, finish some side quests in this area, and make sure that we have the gear needed to proceed, because we're gonna have a resistance penalty, and that's not the place you want to be, and you don't want to enter the next act and realize, oh, I need 50 points of fire resistance, 30 points of cold, 20 of lightning. You're gonna be taking a lot more damage. Best to try as much as you can to take care of it beforehand. Our gear is actually good. We might not have to craft anything, but it will require a bit of management. That being said, I'm going to end the episode here. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one, where we finish the Act 5 and move on to the second part of the campaign.